Chargers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes
sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They try again with Cook. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
4
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A give. This is Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Cook again. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Chargers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense's past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 13. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his own end zone, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 14. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Second down at 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Second and 4. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert off of play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. To Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to look deep for more. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Koo now for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Chargers 20, Cardinals 10. Young set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
It's sad they
picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. But this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the fourth quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And running with power here. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. Herbert now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Man open is Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point.
Touchdown, Chargers. Dalvin Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chargers 34, Cardinals 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We own it. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get that quarterback at all costs.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert setting up the screen for Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Big alert,
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big offense.